Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toy Escapades channel in Malaysia. Today I'm taking a look at the MOTU Origins Wave 10 Digitino action figure, the numerical genius from Rulers of the Sun, crossing over into Masters of the Universe. You know, I'm pretty excited to see what this figure is all about because it's a brand new figure. I'm not saying that I'm excited about the figure, but I'm just excited to see what it's all about because the rest of the figures in the wave, after I've already reviewed Whiplash, I'm looking at the rest of them like Randor. I mean, I've already reviewed the vintage figures, pretty much the same as the new one. And then we've got the mini comic Trapjaw, which is like been there, done that. So now we're checking out Digitino. You know that character name? I see what you're doing there. Okay, he's a Latino guy that's good with numbers. So he's a digital Latino. Oh, Digitino. Well, I guess, it's a clever play on words, mixing up the race of the character with a character's trait. I don't know. But, we've got characters out there like Black Panther. DC's got the White Dragon. So, yeah, we've got Digitino, all right? The numerical genius. So let's see what this figure is all about. The artwork on the back of the card features Digitino in furious combat with the mini comic Trapjaw. And it says here, a compassionate man with the mind of a computer, Digitino can quickly solve any problem. I was wondering there, why did they bother to mention that he's a compassionate man? He's a hero, right? He's a ruler of the sun. He's a good guy. Aren't all heroes supposed to be compassionate? But anyway, I don't know anything about this character, what he's actually doing here in this image here, but he's fighting with Trapjaw. There seems to be like glowing numbers bursting out of his armor. Is it like he calculates the equations and the numbers become physical and then they become weapons against the enemy? Is it that? Now, the instructions place a great deal of importance talking about how to make this figure glow in the dark. Look, guys, only adults are buying these action figures. Damn sure ain't no kids getting this stuff. Adults, please tell me that you know how to make a figure glow in the dark. But what I'm more interested in is what is the name, the specific name of that weapon that he's got. It's like a pincer weapon kind of thing that's on a stick. It could be like a spear pincer weapon. We just need an official name for this weapon. What is it supposed to be called? It's not mentioned any place in the packaging. Usually the packaging is where they give you the official name for the accessories that the figure comes with. All right, but this time around, it's like there's no mention of it. Usually they just tell you to place the spear or the stick or whatever in the figure's hand and make him twist him into powerful battle positions. But this time around, there's no mention of what the weapon is. So what's the official name for this thing? Okay guys, this right here is the instructional guide for the action figure. I want you guys to take a close look at this thing, memorize it, take a snapshot if you need to. Because sometimes I get questions like, hey Ken, can the head be removed? Look guys, if the paper says that the head can be removed, then the head can definitely be removed. Okay, this is the approved play pattern of this action figure. So this is all the information that you need. Guys, go for it. Once again, showcasing the mini comic that comes with this particular set. This is Mind Over Matter. Now, this mini comic, I just read it last night, all right? And it does contain a scene of battle between Digitino and Trapjaw. So you're basically getting what the card artwork promised. Okay, there is a battle sequenced in a comic book story, in this story right here between Trapjaw and Digitino. So how does that turn out? I'm going to do a review of this mini comic in another video coming up soon. So look out for that one. Okay, he is loose. Digitino is here. First impressions that this guy kind of looks like a caveman / wrestler. I would never say that he's a mathematical genius. However, this could be part of the creator's intent to sort of like subvert expectations, just like Rian Johnson with Star Wars The Last Jedi. Every time you think something's going to go a certain way, it doesn't. So if you think that this guy is just a mere caveman, no, it turns out he's a genius with numbers. But somewhere in there is probably still the heart of a savage primate. Okay, taking a close-up look at Digitino's face sculpt, I gotta say that, this guy has got one hell of a demure expression. Okay, he looks really demure. If you look up the term demure and look at this guy's face, they probably correlate. Okay, it looks like he could maybe have a lip gloss on. I'm not really sure. But this is a very clean face sculpt. Okay, the sculpt is very clean. There's no kind of like paint smearing. Usually you find like blotches sometimes on the paint jobs of the figures. This one's very clean. I guess it's down to whether or not you actually like the character's design. Over in the back here, he's got a secret twist, like a tiny little ponytail. You see this thing there? Yeah, I think this is like pretty much the first male MOTU action figure with a ponytail. Yeah, what do you guys think? Okay, the chest armor kind of just looks like a caveman's tunic, but it's got these, mysterious sort of like numbers, inscriptions worked into the sculpt there. And over on this side here, there's actually these bits of circuitry. I guess these would have been more detailed, except for the fact that this whole thing is supposed to glow in the dark. All the way to the back here, it kind of looks more like a sling worked its way, like all the way on the back here. Yeah, it's just very bare, okay. But it's armor, mostly in the front, okay. And this thing is just attached at the side here, so for you to just remove it if you need to. Now, Digitino's got these arm bracelets or gauntlets. These are similar to what Sunman also had. They've got this sort of like diamond-like motif, diamond design. Similarly, on the belt buckle as well. This is the same design that you see on Sunman's belt buckle because they're brothers. They're part of the same team. They've got roughly the same uniform code, I guess. The boots as well. These are similar to Sunman's boots because they also have the stars on them, all right? There's a pair of stars here, except that the stars aren't colored, but they're there. Can you see them? Yeah, so basically got Sunman's entire outfit on, but just like with 70% more nakedness. You know what I mean? And then from the back here, I mean, if you look at him here, just from the back, the figure's very well proportioned. He just looks like a wrestler, okay? He just looks like a wrestler about to get into the ring, all right? He's about to cause some chaos, okay? Forget the calculator. I don't think that if I had a problem with maths, that this is the guy I was going to look for, okay? No way, okay? Not from the back here, okay? This guy just looks like he's about to cause some serious damage out there, What do you guys think? Okay, he gets one weapon accessory, which is this spear pincer weapon-like thing. This thing has a pretty interesting design. Okay, not that much detail to it, but I gotta say that it's pretty sturdy. The quality on this is really good. I gotta say, honestly, when it comes to all of the Rulers of the Sun characters, the characters that come via Olmec toys, I feel that their weapon accessories have always been of a higher quality standard. I mentioned this as well during my Sunman and Pighead reviews. Okay, for some reason, their weapon accessories are of much better quality. Now, you can have Digitino holding up the spear like this, okay? It fits well into his grip hand. There's really nothing much else that he can do with it, okay? Just hold it in his hands. If you wanted to, you could also sort of like just park it in the back like that, okay? Just like, put it there when it's not in use, okay? When he's got like maths to work on and stuff like that, he's trying to solve, problems, calculation problems and stuff like that, okay? So he's got to park the weapon somewhere, just put it in the back like that, okay? But for those times when maths can't solve the problem, that is time for the spear to be unleashed. Yeah, looks to me like I'm gonna be having lizard on the menu for tonight. Oh yeah. Okay, one thing about this figure that's really exciting for me is the prospect of it glowing in the dark. Because I'm just a sucker for glow-in-the-dark figures. I gotta be upfront about that. That's how I feel about most Funko Pops too. It's like sometimes, these Funko Pops, they seem kind of interesting to me, but I just don't know what I'm gonna do with them because they're just gonna be sitting down there looking at me. I'm gonna be looking at it. But when they glow in the dark, that's when I'm all in, all right? So it's basically this entire armor section of the figure that has the glow-in-the-dark feature, all right? Now, why did they choose this particular character to have a glow-in-the-dark feature out of all of the characters that they have in their stable? I don't know, okay? But I wasn't expecting it. It is a surprise. Let's check out how this feature looks like. Wow, check this out. This thing is really glowing, man. Look at that. Those weird inscriptions in the armor there? They look so much better now that the whole thing is just lit up, all right? This thing looks fantastic. Yeah, even from the back here. Well, I suppose that, they do have some experience. They did do the Skaglow figure, right? I mean, that thing just freaking glows, man. I don't even have to shine like that much light on it. It just glows. Anyway, this thing, yeah, it's looking good. Okay, I've seen a lot of comments, I've come across a lot of interaction. Everybody out there seems a bit divided when it comes to Rulers of the Sun. I like some of the offerings that I've seen. I'm not too sure about the Digitino character here because, well, it's kind of a stretch for me. If you ask me, the action figures are getting more expensive these days, even here in Malaysia. Now, these come through the hobby store, okay? These are no longer available at retail. I explained that in a video a couple of months ago. Now, the new figures are coming through at retail anymore, so we got to pay the hobby store rate, which is still okay, but we're not exposed to like discounts that retail usually would offer us and stuff like that. So I do wonder if a character like this is something that a lot of people would be able to invest on. The answer is probably no, but I do like the fact that he's got some interesting parts attached to him. Plus the fact that, I do realize that Rulers of the Sun does have its fan base. Now, me personally, if I had a choice, I would not want to pick this figure up because it's not a character that I have any kind of attachment towards, okay? But I have to pick it up because I got a channel here that does reviews, especially Masters of the Universe Origins reviews, and you guys do want to see this stuff being reviewed and talked about, so I got to do it for you guys, okay? But personally, if I had a choice, it's not something I would pick up, but I will agree that it's a very well-made action figure, and those collectors that have been collecting Rulers of the Sun since the 1980s, they're gonna love it, all right? Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Catch you guys again real soon. Thank you.